Welcome back, my friends, to Warriors of Chaos, tips and tricks. And yeah, we'll start with Warriors of Chaos here, explaining of their faction, and then lastly, we will go, or secondly, we will go for the each individual characters and what you can do with them. Warriors of Chaos is weird. You don't try to conquer and hold every settlement across the map like 80% of the factions want to do. As Warriors of Chaos, you focus on other things. Like you want the Dark Fortresses. The Dark Fortresses are these huge settlements that will give you lots of money, lots of valuable recruitment, hero recruitment, and so much more. So they are important. Then you have pseudo settlements. I would not recommend taking these. It's just basically whenever you attack another settlement that is not a Dark Fortress site, it's just a smaller settlement. It cannot produce much money. It cannot produce like a lot of anything beside, hey, decent defensive structure and so on and so forth. Which is not that great. While you have that, Archeon is the best at doing the best way for you to get money. And that is vassals. Instead of holding those settlements, you have vassals. We are, example, after we've taken this, we're gonna get cool, which is some Norskins nearby. And they're gonna give us tribute, they're gonna give us money. Because that is one of the best ways for us to get money. Is tributes and battles. And so on. So in the end, you will just go around, have like not hundreds, but dozens of people just vassal, and they will fight for you. Like Grimgore, you can have Kiss. I think Kiss Levite is possible. All elves, all human factions. I think Kislev is one of them. Dwarves, I believe, is possible. I don't remember exactly which and which you cannot. And that is your main way to hold settlements and hold territory and to expand and so on. The thing is, though, with Archeon is, or with vassalage in general, it is quite buggy. They barely help you. I think there's one AI that helps you a lot because it's aggressive by nature, and it's Grimgore. Until CA fixes it, it's just you conquering the world, sadly. But it can help at times. I've seen them work. Now, you have that. You also have the soul mechanic and how you recruit units. You don't recruit normally by sitting and waiting in a turn. Press Warband Recruitment, click on these two, you press Recruit. Congratulations, now you have a number Marauder and Chaos Warhound units. And how do you get, well, Chaos Warriors of any kind? Well, you don't get them normally, like recruiting. Well, you can, but it's in a building and it's by a chance, not 100% guaranteed you can get them every turn. So, you go here, Warband upgrades, and you see the Marauders needs to level up to level 5 to be able to be a Chaos Warrior. Or level 3 for Forsaken if you want to, and then the Forsaken can level up to a Chaos Spawn later on. Which is fine, but you need you need a technology for this. So yeah, it's this, then it's up to Chosen, which requires also a technology. Then it's up to Aspiring Champions. Alternatively, you can get them to Chaos Warriors, and by another research tree, you go to Chaos Knights, which can be useful because if you switch them around to Khorne, you can get Skull Crushers, Rot Knights. We're probably gonna get the Pleasure Snakes things as Slanesh, and as Zinj, you get Doom Knights. And of course, you get them individual like halberds for Zinj, you can get the Hell Scourges for Slanesh, Great Weapons of Nurgle, and halberds and dual weapons of Khorne. So there is a lot of variety here with them. However, you cannot go directly into the Chaos God specific ones. As a few factions can do that, but they're specialized in those. Uh, because you have to get them in research tree. Down here you have Nurgle. Once you got, is it Rusted? Yeah, here we go. After you got this, you can get Undivided to Nurgle. If you get this, you can get them Undivided to Khorne, Tzeentch, and Slaanesh. Reminder, they all are going to give you buffs and bonuses for one, but it's all because of these, the authority. So, yeah, here for example, it would just give you upkeep cost and so on and so forth. It's not that important unless, you know, crisis in a campaign and such, because usually as Warriors of Chaos you get a lot of money from just fighting, so you should be fine. But it's possible that, you know, campaign goes to shit and it's not going best and you need money, more money. And then it's this authority that is really good. The most important thing that is here, in my opinion, is a casualty replenishment rate, because healing is good. But yeah, it will just start off very slow and so on and so forth, so it's fine. Then we don't have it unlocked here, but you have Gifts of Chaos, which you spend souls. Whenever you find the mortal faction, in example, dwarves, human, elves, anything that has a soul essentially, you get souls. With the souls, you could spend on getting stronger units. Example, demons. You can get all the demon types by sacrificing souls. You can get bonuses like, hey, more money but less control, or for every battle you win you get more stuff, so on and so forth. So that's how Warriors of Chaos work. It's also with every single character. You go to Path to Glory. At a certain point they can upgrade to different Chaos Gods, so they can become Nurgle, Tzeentch, and Khorne, so on and so forth. Slaanesh is not in on these characters as of yet, the Exalted Heroes. Probably in, I think they're in the next DLC, Tides of Torment. But yes, with that, they will be able to upgrade, and unless you want to keep them as Undivided, they all have their own tricks up their sleeves. And if there's a Lord that does the same thing, of course, it's not here for Archeon, but essentially it would be, can be become anything of the other gods. Okay, sure. And then it is Demon Prince. And Demon Princes are very strong. Not like Daniel, because Daniel is not that strong. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, that's it. Now, down for Archeon in himself. How does he play? First of all, he focuses on vassals. He loves having vassals. You get research, diplomatic, and more souls for every time you have vassalized a faction. So you get diplomacy with all the evil factions, souls for every faction you have controlled. You get more research, which is very useful because this is a big skill tree or research tree, and being able to have all of these things available, like profane weaponry to get knights, to getting perfect vigor for undivided chosen units when you get, if you want to focus on that, or demonic reforged. Yeah, just shit tons of stuff here, and it's useful, right? And that's the thing, it's useful for you. I would accept this because I don't think the war shrines are good, but that's a topic for another day. So yeah, you focuses on vassalize. What I recommend you, of course, you're gonna have an annoying fight. I say annoying fight because it is a keeper secret. Keeper of secrets are very strong and are really good duelist. However, Archeon is better of a duelist. Not maybe early, but you have magical attacks, you can deal pretty good damage, you have Spirit Leech to snipe it down, some damage, you have some Chaos Knights and so on and so forth to be able to take care of the Demonettes. You also have, like, Searing Doom. You should be able to win that fight easily, and then you have to go up to take Writing Fortress. So it's basically a 2-fight start, which I know is not a lot of people's cup of tea because it can be difficult in itself. But hey, hear me out. It's not that bad. Archeon himself is strong. He's very strong, and you get a pretty good hero with you, which I believe is always having this one here. I don't remember if he has something, but you always have the Great, and Unnerving Reflex is pretty good. More speed and melee defenses. So these are already a really good melee combatment. Once you start taking over here, you want to focus on to the left side here. Because you're going to have Boris Ursus trying to get to you. You're going to have Malachi that's going to be a nuisance. There's a potential Tamarkon is annoying towards you. It also depends, because there's two things you can do at the start of this campaign, and it's either go down to get Kolek, but then you have to deal with Grimgor, Goldtooth. You can also get a village and just plunder this way. That is a way you can go, which is nice, because there's Archeon and another legendary lord, as you get to later, can confederate every single legendary lord for Warriors of Chaos. So that's good. So if you go down here, fight Kolek, you get him by your side. Or your focus is on here to eliminate the Empire, Kislev, Dwarves, and so on and so forth. That can be a big threat here. But you have allies, you have Astrogoroth and Chaos Dwarfs, Asgoroth, and then you have Arbal and Demon Praedens, and then you also have your two Slanesh boys you can take over with Zazel and Sigvald. It's not guaranteed that they die quickly. Sigvald might die easier. He's like over here, because he's sandwiched between two annoying factions to deal with, but it's fine. So yeah, that's all I can say to you, is just be experimental. Archeon is not difficult. Have fun. Like, the only annoying part of his campaign is late game where other factions are stronger, but you should not need to be worried about too much. So going off to the next one. Continuing on with Kolek. Now, there's one thing I forgot to say about Archeon. He focuses on his army a lot. His main trait from his legendary lord is to buff them for each level they have. That's it. Going to Kolek Sun Eater though. You're not so based around upgrading the Marauders, because one of your biggest things is Dragon Ogres. Why is that? Well, first of all, in his main traits, he says Dark Fortress upgrade building grants additional Dragon Ogre warbands recruitment capacity. So you want to get once you get your Dark Fortress up, he gets more Dragon Ogres up, which is neat. Then whenever he gain another vassal, he gets 5% weapon strength, mass, armor for each one. Now this is strong. So Archeon is basically based on, hey, I want to have like a very strong mortal army that's just straight through everything. Kolek is like, who needs an army when I can eat everything and destroy everyone? Because you see, Kolek does not care, he slaps. He starts also with a wizard, which is nice. It is a wizard of fire, which is good at dealing with greenskins early. And ogres, because low armor. You still have the same technology. I do say this because there is gonna be a lot of difference. But in my opinion, if you're going Kolek, you better go with this line here. Getting all the beast upgrades and so on and so forth that you need. Kolek's normal trait is Mountain God. Soul cost 25% for Carnage. Incarnate, which is the thing to use with the Dragon Ogres. Upkeep 25% less for Dragon Ogres and Dragon Ogre Shagifs. And 10% missile resistance for all monsters' infantry and monster units. Which is really strong because you're focusing a lot on the monster part. Now, I have one way I like to play him, and then there's the one way to correctly play as him. So what I mean by that is, so the way I like to play him is focusing on all the monsters, making the marauders into chaos spawns early, and just get all the monsters up early game. You cannot upgrade Dragon Ogres to Shagifs, you can only have an X certain amount of them, because the Gifts of Chaos will only give you 4 per army, if I am right. So yeah. But the correct way is to take over this, get over to take Grimgor, make him fight by your side here, because Grimgor will just go south and destroy everything. While you do so, you can go here. And the thing is, you cannot confederate as others a legendary lord, but it is nice to begin to focus on Cafe, as Grimgor protects you from the Chaos Dwarves and the Gold Tooth, but it's not 100% sure that you would be able to. It's not 100% sure that he can deal with all of them, because sometimes the AI are dumb. But yeah, that's what you do as Kolek. You just get shit tons of vassals, and you just have a one-man army. Like, I have done a campaign or two where I have all my units diverted into another army, and Kolek just goes bonks. That was in a whole domination campaign where I was down here at Lustria. I had so many vassals that Kolek. Oh, also funny. There's a secret stats that make Kolek bigger for every time you have a vassal, so he just becomes bigger and bigger. It's funny. So yeah, it is fun. He's more of a one-man army. He will obviously destroy this early game army. You will get this down. The only main threat is really Grimgor, but you can get troops to handle him. Like, sure, you don't have the best army, like the Dragon Ogres and the Trolls has to carry you, so does Kolek, but you should be fine, normally. You have no abilities whatsoever, you also have spells with this guy. So yeah, you should be able to win. My recommendation is, once you got this guy in your army, I would recommend you to get Spell Slinger for more cooldown, because that's going to be here. Upgrade 1 point into Fireball. This is a rank 5, so yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then these are 7, yeah? Yeah. So 6, 7, because you are not going for God specific unless you want to. 8, 9, and then it's up to you. If you're going the route of Cafe, you want to get Flamestorm. If you're going the route for Greases, it's Piercing Bolts. Reminder, this guy will not be that useful against what's it called? It will not be that useful towards Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves has a lot of fire resistance. Be aware for that for later. But he is good either way. And if you want to, if you don't feel like him to be like this, you can make him into anything. Like, he could be a Nurgle of Death and Lord of Nurgle. Lord of Nurgle is the way to go normally. That is the correct one because you just go heal spam Kolek and all the Dragon Ogres and they cannot be defeated. My favorite way to go though, I'm gonna say it, it's Slanesh. Going Slanesh, stunning enemies and making them rout instantly is so fun with Kolek. Anyways, you can go some Zinj stuff for good damage and Lore of Metal with Zinj as well for more damage. It's not much to talk about beside that. Kolek is simple, you bonk. Only challenge in the campaign is Grimgore and the starting. Beside that, let's go on to the next one. Continuing on with Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. Now this is easier because he is undivided, but he is focused on to Slanesh line because he already starts here. So there's not much to talk about him. The thing is with the strength with his starting army is that you have a lot of Chaos Warriors. My recommendation is to get this Rite of Ascension and just go wreck. You will have multiple enemies. On the right side you will have the Malice, which is gonna be annoying, and to your left side you're gonna have a lot of the other Dark Elves. So you're gonna have Malekith, you're gonna have Kron Halobron, and even Valkia the Bloody to your left side. So you're gonna have a lot of enemies, potentially Norskins, because I swear Norskins are sometimes pesky bastards. But yeah, that's your strength. Your strength is just having tons of good early game units, like all this, the Chaos Marauders, Chaos Chariots, the Hellscourge, Hellstriders, the Spawn of Chaos is really good of Slanesh, because they have a debuff on them in general, I believe, yes, a Forest Mask. And the thing is with Prince Sigvald is that late game he will be unkillable. He's not the strongest one that can just kill everyone. He is just very tanky, good duelist with perfect vigor. He's constantly fighting and regenerating with his items. And he has a very funny voice line in the battles too. And you start off with a caster of shadows, which is very beneficial because as Slanesh you want to flank around a lot. Smoke and mirrors is really good because speed. That's all I need to say. Although it is beneficial to get a second, I would usually take a second caster with Sigvald because this is a really good devastation, but I like to have a second one for utility. So either a Nurgle caster or even a I'd almost say Zinj. Well, it has a lot of damage. It has also a lot of other utilities. But yeah, that's me. Yeah, you just get in here, you fight, you try to get Aghol up by your side, you go and fight to the left. That's what you're expected to do, but be aware from your right side, because there's some Khorne factions and such here. It's gonna have fights with each other. Malice is gonna go over here, beat them silly, and then go towards you. 80% of the time it's not guaranteed, but always be aware. You're gonna fight a lot of armor-piercing units, because Dark Shards and so on and so forth. Shades, Khorne. So Marauders are not good against the Khorne, but they're good against against the Dark Elves. The Chaos Warriors are not that great, because everything is gonna be shot to bits. Only saving grace is the shield. And that's all I'm gonna say for Sigvald. He's not much to talk about. He's strong. He focuses on Slanesh things. You're gonna get a lot of Slanesh things early. Like, there you go. This is not the best one of all of them. But here you go, more authority for Slanesh stuff. Demonic Reforge and stuff. This one is really good early, if you can get this one. Because it's just easy to get with the gifts of Chaos Lair to get, hey, I get Demonettes, and I can summon Demonettes now in battles. Really great early. I don't know what to say. Yeah, so we're going to continue to the next one. Continuing to my favorite Chaos, or Warrior for Chaos character, Balakor. Now, he's the last one that is technically undivided. As you can see, and his tech treats like this. You can still choose whichever side you want to go to, and so on and so forth. The thing is with Balakor though, he is very interesting. The thing is, when it comes to gifted units, this is how it looks like, this is all the units you can get with them, which is a lot. It's basically all the DLC stuff, usually for the Chaos factions and so on and so forth. Like, hey, Toad Dragon, hey, Lord of Change, hey, well, not only DLC, but demon units in general. First of all, you start with a lot of demons, like, boom, 14, then you fight, get an additional Marauder, plus you get a fighter hero. The thing is with Balakor is that he's the same as Archeon. He can confederate literally anyone that is Warriors of Chaos. So he's focused a lot on that too. The thing is that he has one that is kind of useless, but it's kind of cool. Of his traits, it's, hey, if you fight with a human lord, and if they escape, they can turn into Demon Prince, just like that, after a few turns. He has all Chaos Gifts unlocked, which is, instead of having one of each and waiting until you researched, you just get them all immediately, which is amazing. Lastly, he reduced the upkeeps for all demon units. So you focuses on demons, and you focuses on a lot of the gifts of chaos rather than the mortals, which is cool. Balkor's main trait is Prince of Nightmare. He gets Shadow Shroud and all of authorities +2, which is what you can see. +2, +2, +2, +2, and then +2 on that one as well. Because of that, I think. Yeah. So it's really good in itself. Then you have Unholy Manifestations, which each Chaos God has their own particular Chaos God, that is. So, yeah, you sell souls, you can get this. More bonk damage, because Corn. And you get gifted units, so you immediately get to recruit a Bloodletter. Neat. Hey, I want Corruption. This is not the greatest one, but hey, if you want a Plaguebearer unit, go ahead. Hey, I want to deal damage to someone. Get some Demonettes. Hey, I want to just open up a portal and go away. Here, get a Pink Horror. The thing is, this is the one that makes his campaign really unique. While yes, that is true, you kind of want to take things. You want to go and take the other. Like, literally, what they want you to do is take your starting settlement and move up to get Sigfold. Thing is, though, Bretonia, the French bastards, are going to go after you. But the thing is, you see this. This little silly. Yeah. Now, you're going to see it down here. Which is nice. And you're going to see this also down here in Essen. The thing is that you can use this one after you take your starting settlement or your starting province and just teleport away. You can stop taking care of this because you have a vassal that can protect, and you can just create a small little army to protect as well if needed. And you just, hey, I want to be starting in the middle of Empire. Go ahead. There's going to be a tree lady there and some vampires that want to suck you off, but hey, I want to start down here with Kairos. Go ahead. It's actually a potential ally with Kairos, and you can start fighting off Oxyotl and the other Siege faction here to begin to start down here instead. Or if you're playing a co-op campaign with Kairos, with someone else playing Kairos, you can teleport down here and you can start duoing here. Which, what I have done, it's fun. And then, this is what I'm saying, this is very unique, because you can, if you see any lord out on the field, you just click this, click on them, boom, new teleporter spawn. They cannot use it, only you can. So yeah, that's Be'lakor. Now what do I recommend? Honestly, he's also one of those like Archeon. Do whatever you want. His campaign thrives on just being creative and having fun. Like, yeah, go down in Bretonia, take over the whole Bretonia under your belt, and just take them and charge into Empire or Ulthuan or Athaloran. Go ahead and do so. Hey, I want to go up in the north and collect all of the, or most of the chaos stuff and then go down. Sure. Hey, I want to go down here and get to Festus and help him out. Go ahead. His campaign is so versatile, and that's where he strives. Anything else? Not really. In my opinion, it's a very reactive campaign. You do whatever you feel like you need to do. So go ahead and do so. How he does in battle and his strengths is just Be'lakor himself, similar to Kolek. Be'lakor is a strong character. Not only is he strong melee commandment, he also has high speed. He has spell casting from Shadow, no less, which is really good, especially with speed, enhancing for himself for free. And just, hey, I want to duel, hey, I want to deal damage to something decently like cavalry, and so on and so forth. Be'lakor is good. He can deal with single entities, large entities, small entities, and armies. Only weakness is he doesn't have a shield, so if it's magical archers shoots you, like Sister of Avalorn, you don't want to be there anymore. Let's just say that. But yeah, he is strong, and once you get him right built, with the Blade of Shadow, which gives him more damage, and later on you get the where is it? Whisper in the Dark, which gives you removes the immune to psychology, and Lord of Torment, which you can get quite early at level 12. That's not hard to get, where you just heal shit tons. Enemies that are wavering or lower in their leadership, you just heal from. You just heal from them over time, and it just increases over time as well. And you get power recharge rates. This is really good. So that's what he does. He is just a very big boy that can deal damage. He buffs a little bit of demons with this one. It's a lot in reality of things. But yeah. You want to focus on demons with him a little bit. And he is just a very strong character. Now we're going off to the DLC where you get the other 4 ones. And we're gonna start off with... Now we're continuing to the DLC factions that you get. There are half Force of Chaos and half of whatever Chaos God there are. So what I mean by this, I will show you. We begin with Azazel. You start as Slaanesh. And now to show you a few things. First of all, research tree. Now you may ask, what happened to the research tree? Well, first of all, you don't have the, hey, Zinj stuff, the Nurgle stuff, the Korn stuff. It's just all undivided and all Slaanesh. Because you cannot devote yourself to anything else to Slaanesh or undivided. So you're playing something in between those two factions, where you can play Slaanesh, but also Warriors of Chaos undivided units. Like, hey, I want Aspiring Champions, I want Gorby's Chariots, which honestly not too bad as Slaanesh, and so on and so forth. So you have that, and your Gifts of Chaos is heavily focused onto just Slaanesh and Undivided. 4 Slaanesh, 4 Undivided. to use. So you only need to care about that. Then we go off to another thing, which is in his combat capabilities. Well, Azazel is two things. He is a decent caster and a really good fighter. But what is he? Secretly something else? Oh yes, he is. You see, he has, well, decent defensive things. He also buffs the living shit out of Phantasmagoria. The thing is, Phantasmagoria, and something else he has, not Soul Feeder, because that's heal. That's AoE. Maybe it's not here, maybe it's in his item. Yes, Discouraged. So what you want to do with him in later on, when you have the item and when you have things stacked on, is to cast Phantasmagoria onto enemies. I believe upgraded version does give more debuffs. No, it's just extended. Okay, yeah. So you just play Phantasmagoria, already minus 16 leadership and cannot move. If you have a Shadow Sorcerer, which, whoops, look at that. Is it Shadow Sorcerer I'm thinking about? Yes, the Withering. You cast the Withering to get another leadership buff, and this is also another big range, but it's only on one target, sadly. Then you attack from the rear to give more leadership penalties, and then his Discourage comes in with the Demon Blade. So you already give 32, then plus 8, then plus 20-ish with the Demon Blade. With all of that combined. So you give like 60 minus leadership, which is enough to break like most units. And then there's dwarves that just do not care with any units. But there are certain ways to do this, and that's one. You also have Fear and Terror. Oh, you only have Terror? Oh, well, that means you just break someone when they're like at 20 anyways. So he's really good at doing that, but he's also just really strong. Now, something that I've not shown you. Also, yeah, he has this. He gives minuses and then more seduction for every human faction. But something that I've not shown you, and I think it was there with Archeon, is Eye of the Gods. Long story short, win battles, kill stuff, whatever. Do good stuff, and with Gifts of Chaos as well. Boom. You get a big bonus. It could be a Cataclysm spell, which is insane. It could be just a very strong unit. Hey, here, have a Hell Cannon, why not? Or, hey, big buffs, or something similar. It is very strong, and it's mainly these four that gets it, that's why I waited with it. And I believe maybe Sigvald and Archeon also gets it. I don't remember if Kolek gets it, but yeah, that's it for Azazel's stuff. Now it's just how you should play him. Honestly, Rushdown, Kislev, allies with Skaven, and ally yourself with all Norscan factions. As soon as you've taken this down here, you want to move up here to enforce your position here to get another fortress and getting them all vassalized. Focus down to kill down Malachi, and focus downwards afterwards when you have taken all this. Like, yeah, you might need to fight up here later, but main thing is just to gain a very strong foothold where you won't be attacked easily, and then just march down. Although you have to kill Kislev first here, the Patriarch, and Zarina, and then Dwarf, and then you just take the rest. I forget names easily, okay? But that's how you play Azazel. in my opinion. You want to just focus on getting as much troops as possible, leveling them up. Because the thing is with Slanesh is that this is your anvil, and these are supposed to be your a hammer. So you need to get the upgrade to get knights, which is profane weaponry. Should be here somewhere. There. You should need to go for this because it is imperative for you to get them. Because otherwise, if you do not get knights, your main anvil, main hammer unit is going to be the demons, which is fine, but 80% of the factions you're gonna fight early is heavily ranged, and demons die easily by that. So just keep that in mind. And this will take 18 turns. It's fine because you get this, which is something you really wanted early game anyway. Sure, it's here, which is fine. You get this, which is what you want anyways, and this. So you get 3 researches that you want. Then you can focus on anything. Some people like to go with this to get more slash authority and so on and so forth. So it's up to you really, but my opinion is just rush down here and then go for pleasure altars for more speed for them, and a reduction of cost on the devote to Slanesh. But yeah. You also have the army abilities that Slanesh have, like the Sweet Sorrow, the damage one, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you just wanna focus on all this, take it down here. Yeah, I mean, he's easy enough, he's not difficult. The only thing that is difficult is the micro in battle, and that the AI will say, no, you will lose every fucking fight because you have no armor on Azazel and most of your other units beside the warriors and the chosen. So yeah, we're going off now to the next one. Then we go to my second favorite, Festus. Well, he is not easy to play because the first thing you need to know, you're smack middle of the Empire. This is not an easy location. Nurgle is slow, tanky but slow. The Empire excels in speed with cavalry, and then the second damage dealers is all about the ranged units. 2 weaknesses you have. The thing is though, is that once you get to melee, they will hate you. You will win there easily. So you start with a exalted hero of Nurgle. You have Festus himself, which we'll get to. And you start with war with this. You don't have any allies beside maybe Chasm rank and maybe the goblins here. That's all. Now, he is a Nurgle faction. As said, they have different things. Like Azazel had the seduction. Festus has the plagues. And he has his own tech tree here. Which in this case, I don't recommend going for profane weaponry. I recommend going for Rite of Ascension, and then immediately going for... let's see... We got maddening gifts for the fecundity. I don't know. But yeah, it's good there. It's not that difficult with him, besides battles, because obvious reasons. Festus is focused a lot on plagues and healing, because in his start you get to choose between he heals around him or he deals damage around him. You choose between one of those, whatever you want to. AKA healing when you're moving up and when you need to, and damage as soon as you need to deal as much damage as possible. He also is a caster of Nurgle, so he will be able to heal and so on and so forth later. The reason why he's one of my favorite Chaos factions, or Warriors of Chaos factions, it's not because of his... It's not because I like Nurgle too much, it's just... I like his personality. He's silly goober. And second of all, he's difficult. He's like difficult in the first few turns, obviously, because it's so much Empire factions and so on and so forth. Of course, you do have like one unit of Warhounds to deal with certain things. This is a really good character to do damage as well, but it's so difficult here in the beginning that it's so fun later on when you just be able to break through here. My recommendations is to go to Grundwald, Hergig, just to make them into your vassal. Then you go to... I don't remember if you get them as vassal immediately to Grundwald or whatever, but yeah. You just immediately go down and go for Maidenheim. Take this as your Dark Fortress site. And then you start from attacking and pillaging here. You will need to be aware that Ostland is an enemy. But it's depending on whether a man-eater wants to attack. Then you have enemies here at Talabakland, which can be very easily attacking you out of nowhere. So you are surrounded and you will be attacked a lot. Now here's the gift of chaos. Because you're starting with a settlement, you get to see this now. How it looks like. This is the Nurgle only. If you play the other ones, it's just going to be corn and so on and so forth. Otherwise, if you play Undivided, there is two of each god, essentially. Which can be like, hey, I want Plague Bearers and Nurglings. Sure. Boom. And if I get into my starting location here, I can boom, 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 boom. It's not the way you should go. You should fight here, take Grundwald, and then you should take... where is it? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, yeah, Blighted Beast, because the Beasts of Nurgles are really good because they heal constantly, nerf enemies, and strong. Just good damage in general. So yeah, that's how you play Festus. You just wanna go here, destroy this, go here, maybe get an ally or two. Then you have to play very reactive. With that, you also will get a lot of infections to begin to spread your plagues, which is nice because you're middle of smacked off a lot of humans. You could even just go for some Furies here early on as well if you want some speedy units, but yeah, that's it. Also to show everyone the strong nature of the fortress, 400 gold, later stages 1000, 100, yeah, it's just really good buildings, and this is the only place where you can get them. Like, the recruitment will give you essentially like Chaos Warriors, but it's so random. It's just if you can get them. You see, it's 20% every turn that Marauders comes, 22% for Poison Hounds. Yeah, you can essentially go here. Yes, that's the one thing out, because I never walked back right there to get more troops. Oh, okay. You can go back, get those units, go immediately to Grundwald afterwards. Your hero is supposed to be there as well, that's why we took more losses. But yeah. Not that difficult, yeah. The only thing that is difficult is the reactive gameplay. I don't know why I say it's not too difficult. I play this game shit tons, but if you are newer, of course you're gonna have difficulties with certain things, and this is definitely to help newcomers. Anyways, going off to the next one. Then we have Valkia the Bloody. Hey, do you like corn? Because we like corn. That's basically how to play Valkia. If you want to go up and slap.
Valkia the Bloody.
You start off with a very good army because of the Skull Crushers of Khorne and with 3 Warriors of Chaos.
Khorne's fury is
You also
red
have
hot.
a normal fighter that you can upgrade into Khorne very easily early on.
Bringer of glory.
But Valkia, yeah,
I demand absolute
you wanna fight
fealty.
here, take Dagrex, and I don't need to explain anything about Valkia. It's just, hey, you wanna fight, you wanna get into the Rite of Ascension early for the Chosen spam. Because once you got to Chosen, it's just over. That's basically how you play her. I also like this one, more weapon strength for each Gift of Khorne activated, and Path to Glory cost less for, yeah, whatever. Melgia is not that interesting. The only interesting is her starting position. You just go here, take this over, you get friends from the left side. You're pretty safe from here. Now you gotta go south and deal with Dark Elves, which has the same problem that Sigvald had, which is just, hey, armor-piercing shooting, tons of it. The thing is, though, with Valkia, is that she is a very strong melee combatant. She has the Gaze of Khorne. She gives people around her just more damage and leadership. She also has the Khorne thing, where whenever she wins a battle, or whenever they retreat from a battle, she gets more movement speed. So that's really good when chasing down armies. Yeah. Ambush defense, vigor. This one is really good. Very good deployments for everything. Because you don't care about demons and such. You just want your mortal units spam. And I believe as Valkia you get I believe I will need to check. No. Maybe in Gifts of Chaos you get to have the newer units, the newer Khorne units. You just came in, which in that case, yeah, you got strong units on your side, no matter what. So yeah, Valkia, big bonk. She is flying. She's not like a one-man army in herself. She is more of a, hey, I want to lead a great host of units while being able to duelist a lord kind of type, which is good. But yeah, it's just, hey, turn this guy into one more. There you go. Fight. Go south. Fight here with the dome between dwarf, elves, and you. Win the fight, because, yeah, Grumbrindle is gonna go up here, fight Malekith, and you're gonna be here in between wanting to take sloppy seconds on all of them, essentially. Yeah, you want to attack here from the right. When they are attacking here each other, you just swoop in and kill them. Then you just go to the right, fight here, because I believe in your victory conditions. Yeah, they want you to hold here and here. And they want you to kill here and here. Oh wow, she has an easy one, doesn't she? And then it's just, hey, take random settlements. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what Valkia does. I'm sorry. Valkia is just... It's like the green skins, where it's just like, hey, they have unique mechanic, now add the bonkness. But yeah, going to the last one, which, trust me, is a lot more than whatever this is. So we go to the Master Troller himself, village. Why the Master Troller? If you ever seen random chaos spawns in someone's army, you know why. That's all I need to say. Village. What's so interesting with him? First of all, he buffs things. He has some siege things with the changing of the way. And he can get more bonuses for Winds of Magic when it's high. Which is nice. Then you do have the legend itself, which is Parasites. So it's a twin, basically, when they're killing things, or whenever they're in melee or casting spells, they get bonuses. right? More spell mastery or melee attack or melee defense. He's still more experienced from other legendary or other lords, which is funny. And teleport stance cost less, which is needed because of his starting location. Beside that, he has Sword of Mastery. He gets more flame attack, which is pretty good. More barrier. He heals all the mutants or more replenishment for them. He's a Paragon of Change, so he replenish barrier nearby him. Less cost for Spawn and Forsaken. More stuff for his Treason of Siege, which is another leadership debuff. And if you upgrade it, of course, it becomes a melee attack debuff as well. Pawns of Future. Diplomacy. Steal technology is increased for all characters. Some more character stuff, which is E. And bonus for stealing and more post-battle. Then it is, he becomes demonic. I believe every one of them has a demonic thing. In the end, Siege, Authority, and Winds of Change, which is more magic stuff. Yeah. He doesn't do much. His quest is simple. Vessel. Barrier replenishments, more Authority, ward save. Drain magic is reduced by 100%, which I can show you soon, and lore of Siege cost by 10. Yeah, he's just a Siege character. He's Siege, but with Warriors of Chaos, not much to say. And the thing with him getting is drain magic. He can drain up to 40 winds of magic to target, transfer a portion of them into your faction leader. So we can just do this, boom, boom. I drained a lot of magic from this faction, so they have 20 winds of magic maximum. And we have 50 now. So it's really good, and being able to do that with no cost is really good as well. It's just a 5-turn timer. It probably has a way to reduce. Let me check. Probably not. But yeah, pretty good. What you want to do with Village though is to take over here, get these Warriors of Chaos minor faction here, and take that Dark Fortress. Now there's a 50-50. That's the Safan the Black is gonna be aggressive against you or with you. So you want to take this, and then see what he does. Then you want to go down here. Instead of fighting the Great Basher, you can use teleport stance to get over and then fight and cause chaos to Cafe. You're supposed to take down Miao Ying, which is important. You might have allies in Skaven, but not for long because Skaven are Skaven. And yeah, that's basically it. It's not much to talk about. It's another one. It's just, hey, what you want to focus on research? In my opinion, it is really important to go Bolt of Change or up here for the Storm of Fire. Of course, you always want to go right off Ascension, because Chosen is like your end-all be-all unit is all Chaos factions. But yeah. That's it for them. I mean, sorry for having the last few ones that being like super confusing on like, hey, what are they doing? Nothing. It's because they are, yeah, they are weird. I wish you all the best, and the next one is gonna be Bretonia, and it's gonna be less convoluted than this was. So see you all in the next one. Bye.